Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. I am Danny B. Welcome. If this is your first time here, get comfortable, subscribe, hit the notification button. If this ain't your first rodeo, welcome back, boos. Your girl glad you here for the 2021. Let's get it. So from the title, you can tell this is basically talking about how to show interest during COVID. So I know there's organizations that are having intake, they're still doing events, things are virtually, some things are still in person. You know, it just depends on the organization and it depends on the comfort level of that chapter that you're interested in. So I'm just gonna be real frank and to the point. There's no real flow. I'm just gonna let you know what you should be doing still. So let's not get to the point that we feel like, oh, I really can't do anything because it's COVID. It stops life. It ain't stop life. People still out here getting in their dream organizations. Work still has to be done. Business still has to be handled. Service needs to be served. Wait, did that make sense? You know what? It don't even matter. The point I'm trying to make is if you're truly interested in this organization and you're like, oh my gosh, they're not doing anything. They don't have a website up. They're not active. Sometimes they are. You just don't know who you need to know. So there's times where because you don't see anything on social media doesn't mean they're not active. It just means they not on social media. Like, don't get me wrong. There are some people who have not been updating their social media sites and all that. And so you have no idea. But don't let that stop you, because if you're really trying to join this organization, you're going to figure it out. You don't just stop and be like, oh, well, I didn't find anything. Who does that? Like, if you really want to get in, you really need to still seek them out. Like, you have to think about it. You're not in their organization. You're just a regular person off the street. And guess what? They're protecting those gates. So you need to do what you need to do in order to show that you're going to be an asset to the organization, an asset to that chapter, and you're going to help push them forth into this next century that we're in. Well, whatever. You know what? It don't even matter. You know what I'm talking about. Another thing, even if you are invited to stuff, don't be out here being cocky, because guess what? Cockiness will get you overlooked, and sometimes it'll get you blackballed. So don't go in here thinking you got it all in the bag. Don't ever be confident. Don't ever feel like you got it all figured out, because guess what, boo-boo? Most of the time, you really don't. It is so different. I mean, I've been a Zeta since, I don't even remember no more. But the point is, I've been in my organization long enough that I've seen people come and be interested, and then they leave, and then they come back, and then they leave, and then they're like, oh, I've been to this event. I've already been to an informational. I've done that. They should just pick me. Where they do that at? That ain't how that work. Like, you really need to be humble. You really need to act like you ain't got it in the bag at all. Because guess what? You don't. If you don't receive that invitation, you don't. And I mean, that's what it basically boils down to. Do not get so cocky that you think you got it all figured out, because you will be so hurt when you see the next line come out and you like, but I did. But we was. Finally, be ready. Like, don't assume they're not going to be bringing in a line because of COVID, because they might just, okay, we're ready. And they start giving out their invitations to the people that they've been looking at, and you don't get one, but you hear from somebody else that was an interest the same time you were, and you're like, wait, how you get one? And then on top of that, don't let them not be ready and be like, oh, well, I didn't think they was going to have a line anyway, so I wasn't saving up no money. I wasn't thinking about who I was going to get references from. You always got to stay ready. Stop assuming you got everything figured out. This goes back to what I've been saying. That was my first thing. Do not assume you got things figured out, because boo-boo, 9 times out of 10, you don't. Like, it's this much space that people be like, that close, but that rarely ever happens. But if you want to be sure, you want to be taken in, do everything you're supposed to do. I ain't gonna go down the list of all that because I'd have made a whole lot of videos. But I do want you to make sure that you are doing what you need to do, short of stalking. Let's not stalk people, you know, don't do that. You know, those come with charges. So don't stalk folks, okay? Do be verbal, do be open about what your intentions are. Do show up, do communicate. Do, like if they ask you to do simple stuff like, hey, just send in this form and let me know if you're gonna make it. Send it in and let them know you're gonna make it. Like it's that simple. Don't guess, don't do more, don't do less. Do exactly what they ask for. Because guess what? Being extra or being not enough, that'll get you cut to boo, boo. Thank y'all for joining. I was trying to keep this short and sweet. Just because it's COVID don't mean people not making Greeks. They out here. We got plenty of Centennial lines. We brought in an undergrad chapter in the middle of Centennial. I mean, well, our Centennial, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. But the point I'm trying to make is don't do anything to mess up your chances and don't make assumptions unless you were personally told by the person who is over membership or the person who is the president of that chapter that they won't be doing anything or whatever. Don't stop doing what you need to do. I hope you get into your dream organization. I went blank, y'all. It happens. But I wish you all well. Hit me up. Let me know if you came through in a 2020. Let me know. Because your girl is interested, and I want to congratulate folks and let you know that we are a big Greek family. We don't have to be in the same organization. We operate pretty much off the same platforms, and we support one another. Like we jab and do all that, but at the end of the day, the Greeks I'm cool with, we mess with each other in real life, and it ain't on no Greek matrix type stuff. And if you don't know what the Greek matrix is, check out the rest of my videos. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.